I've just woke up, so my eyes might be a bit swollen and my face as well, and my voice probably a bit coarse, but I feel to record this. Because we are in such a stage right now with our entire reality and everything that is going on right now. When I record this is the 15th of April 2024, and there is so much going on in the entire reality right now. It's like, it feels like we are standing on a one of those mind bombs, you know. It's like there is so much tension in the reality right now. I can feel it. And also there are so many discussions about the future of humanity and where all of it is headed. And many people just with all, let's say, from all, justly believe or see that the future is not looking pink. It's like the future is not looking pink for humanity. The systems are collapsing, the human systems seem to be collapsing, like the financial system, and all the systems basically. Because if you see that most of the systems that we are currently using in humanity right now have been corrupted for a long time. Like, think about the health system. The health system, in a way, was rarely here to give us health. The educational system was rarely ever here to properly offer us a true education about what life is and how we would need to truly understand reality and how to conduct ourselves in this reality properly so we can be healthy and thriving. The system of human values as well has been degraded severely. Art, music, competence, dedication, human relationships, all of this stuff, like everything has been degrading severely in all areas of our life. So right now it's like everybody, the ones that wander, I mean, everybody from the ones that wander and think deeper about our condition here as human beings on earth. Most of these people that are wandering, because there are so many others that don't wander at all, but most of the people from the ones that they do wander and think about our condition in this place right now, in this reality, many of them, they are inclined to see a darker future for humanity. Of course, and I give them all the credits, because if you follow the trend, if you follow the pattern that is undergoing for not for the from the present moment, it seems like it has been always madness and insanity on this earth as we currently know of it. But even if we look in like the recent history, like from the 50s onward, like from the end of the Second World War onward, it has been a period probably of more sanity after the Second World War. But it has always been insanity on this earth. Like then you had the advent of technology taking speed after the Second World War, and then with the advent of technology, you had another nail in the coffin, basically, on our entire humanity. So the trend has not started from now. This trend of devolution, this trend of destruction, is not something new. It started at least from the 50s onward, because with the advent of technology, you would have to have much more, like the resources of the planet have been depleted to create all of these technologies and to sustain all this, like a sick way of transportation that used gas and natural, let's say, fuel, natural oil. And it has been a constant degradation happening, constant degradation since the 50s onward, if not even earlier. But so the trend is not new. And when I hear the some of the minds honestly assessing that the pattern is not looking bright, and if we follow the pattern that is obvious before our eyes, our humanity might not lead us, the future of humanity might not lead us to a pink or colorful or hopeful or beautiful place. I completely endorse them. I completely understand what they say. I know what they say. I give them all the credits. Still, why I decided to record this video? And here it's a sensible subject, because then I also need to add this in, that on one hand you have these critical thinking individuals which are able to assess correctly their reality that they see with their eyes. They see the patterns of where humanity is heading, and they are in all sanity mentioning, hey man, the pattern, it's not looking bright. It's not looking bright. We are not going into the right direction at all. So these in my opinion, these are the type of individuals that I actually value. I value their thinking, I value and I endorse their perceptions. Because on the other hand, you have, let's say, the positive, fluffy, new age-ish type of mentality, in which it says like, oh yeah, but no, wait man, wait, chill down man, chill down, because it's the new earth, man. It's like you're not seeing the new earth, dude. I'm telling you, the new earth is, it's amazing. It's heaven on earth. It's salvation. It's redemption. It's like heaven on earth, man. Wait for it. Wait for it. It's the new earth. And but see, the new earth is here, but you have to align with it. You have to be positive. You have to be raising your vibration, to get to this new earth. Because if you don't raise your vibration, it's like, no, it's like you're not getting in. I'm sorry, I really want you here on the new earth with me, but yeah, you have to kind of like tune up your vibration, like raise it up. Yeah. So you have the, in my opinion, debilitated new age-ish type of individuals who just wait for the new earth to, I don't know, uh, rapt rapture them. It's like they wait for the rapture. They wait for either for the rapture to happen, either for the new earth to just unfold, and they think that just by being positive or waiting for a savior to come, it's like they're gonna be saved. And this, in my opinion, it's like a really, really, really dangerous attitude to have, because waiting is the worst thing that you can do right now. You just wait. If you don't do nothing right now, it's like, in my opinion, you're in the worst position ever. Because this is a time of, I could call it a time of action. This is a time of action, man. It's not that type of action of raising your vibration. It's physical, concrete actions. Deciding what we are and what we want to be. So, why I'm saying this, what I'm going to say right now, it's sensible, it's because you have these two opposing poles, in a way, going on in the reality right now. You have the the critical thinking individuals, which assess for themselves and see that things are not looking good. And then you also have the doomsdayers. I need to also add this. You also have the camp where, let's say, people which uh, enjoy thinking about negative things. They thrive in fear. They thrive in uh, imagining doomsday scenarios. It's a pleasure to imagine the doomsday scenarios for most of them. It's just like how some people take pleasure out of like watching videos of car accidents. There are people out there, I've met some, which just look at car accidents for, I don't know, enjoyment. Like I was never able to comprehend how you can do that. So then we have to also take into consideration that there is this other camp of people which really enjoy terrible things. They thrive. They are like the sadomasochists. They thrive when they hear like, oh, it's gonna be a disaster. Yeah, it's like we are going to be eating each other out, and it's gonna, or I don't know, some catastrophic thing will happen. Yeah, it's gonna be bad, man. It's bad. It's awful. Yeah, but they take pleasure. It's for them. It's like, even though they don't say it like that, but it's like for them it's like just another entertainment. The doomsdayers, for me, I believe that most of them, they are just jerking off, on doomsdayers scenarios. So then it's like you have these three camps. If we would look at it, you have the kind of three camps right now. You have the doomsdayer camps, with like they jerk off on like negativity and like thinking about what's the worst that can happen, and let's just enjoy thinking about those scenarios and making thousands of videos on YouTube about them. You have the doomsdayers camp. Then you have the new age-ish positive camp, where you have to only raise your vibration and you'll be raptured into the new earth. And then you have those other morons, I could call them. Yeah. But hey, really free of judgment, man. Like really, I feel free of judgment of anything, because it is what it is. It's almost like it's that freaking Divine Comedy. It's like we can't take it seriously in a way. It's just too awful to take it seriously anymore. But again, the paradox is that if we don't take it seriously, we are in great danger. So then on the other camp, you have the new age-ish positive thinkers. It's just some of them, and I can really see how there are some souls in the new age-ish or this type of positive vibe type of people, souls, which I actually see them. There are just souls which are really, let's say, they are overwhelmed. They are overwhelmed with what's happening. They don't have the power, internal power. They haven't grown the internal power to withstand the times that we are in and everything that is going on in reality right now. And of course, it's like they are just scared. That's it. Some of them, they are just scared. They don't know how to react. They are frozen. They are paralyzed with internal fear. And of course, they find solace in this type of positive mentality. I understand them. I endorse them completely. It's what they can do, and it's fine. So you have these two main camps, the doomsdayers and the new age-ish, or the ones that they are waiting for the second coming and the savior to come. And then somehow in the middle, you have these critical thinking individuals, which they can see both sides, and they can assess, like, man, like critically thinking, rationally thinking, looking at the patterns, looking at the trends, looking at what happens in reality, looking at history, looking at the current mentality that most of humanity is in, and the choices it makes, and the collapse of the systems, and how most of human beings are completely inert and they don't react, nothing is, no change comes from the actual human beings which live here on this earth, and they have the power to change something but they don't. So it's like assessing reality, basically discerning critically, rationally, and assessing one's reality. And it reveals the trend, that the trend might not look that pretty if we follow it, in if it continues like this, and these are the critical thinking individuals, in my opinion. At least this is how I see them, which at least try to remain critically thinking and rational, as much as being rational at this moment is even possible, like to the extent where rationality is even possible anymore in these conditions. But at least there are people who make this effort. So these are the three camps that I see right now. So what I'm going to say right now, I find it a bit sensible because I had to expose these three camps, because what I'm going to say right now, at first it might sound that I'm just one of these, new age-ish positive thinking type of individuals, which wants to look at things from the positive side. And the idea is that I see all of these things, and I see also the pattern towards where humanity is going, and it doesn't look nice, of course. And I see even more than that. I see the schemes that are going to be played, possibly played in the future, by the dark systems of this reality to try to, let's say, offer dark solutions to this collapse. I can see them. I can see how the dark systems are going to offer their dark solutions to this collapse. And it's gonna be again a more dark solutions which are here to entrap the human spirit even more. So those solutions are going to be proposed at some point. And I see the possible futures. I see the possible thread lines. But what I'm going to say right now, I'm only allowing my internal core feelings to express themselves without trying to be rational in a way, in the common sense of the word. I'm just allowing my core feelings to express themselves. And what I feel internally is that even though there is nothing in the physical reality at the moment when I record this to portray or give us hopes or hints, to give us hints of this, I believe that a huge change has just happened. Yes, I do believe that. A huge change has just happened in the entire reality. I see it related to April the 8th, but I also need to say this, that this change has been strategized in a way for a long time now. There have been forces working in this reality here under the radar, which have been patiently strategizing and working to create this, let's say, change in the entire reality. They have been working in the background constantly, and I would say they have been working for many years. I would even see these forces that I'm speaking about working also from the 50s onwards. They have been slowly and patiently building up a certain strategy to create a sort of like portal and door in the entire reality, a new chance in a way, a new vision a new possibility for the entire earth. There have been some forces working invisibly in the entire reality, creating a new possibility for the entire earth. And I believe April of 8th was the actualization when that change, all that work has been, let's say, set into motion. Something happened on April the 8th. It didn't started on April the 8th, but April the 8th was the, let's say, accumulation, it was the unfoldment, it was the final setting into motion of a work which has been done probably for the last 50, 70 years. I believe, even though the prospects are not positive at all, if we think critically and rationally about the situation we are in as a humanity right now, I believe that Earth is actually going from now on into the right direction. Yeah, I know, and nothing shows us this in this reality. I know that the words that come out of my mouth right now feel like the words of a new age-ish, that wants to think positively and cannot accept that, for example, the earth might be dying and might be dying with it. I think we just, on April the 8th, we've just been ransomed. That's the word. We've just been ransomed. A new chance has been given to the earth, a new vision. But I also need to say this, that in this new vision of earth, all this nonsense that we are currently seeing in this reality is gonna vanish. There is gonna be none of it. When I say none, I mean none of it. It's gonna be an entirely different reality, completely. And this new vision, it's far from being what the new ages would call the new earth. Actually, this new vision, I actually see it as the original vision. It's like the original vision, the so-called God, the true spirit, not the fake God, but the true spirit had for this earth. Is the original vision coming back. Is the vision being corrected, as Kiron last mentioned several times. The vision has been corrected. We have been given a chance at this correct vision. On April the 8th, this is what I felt. And my mind is also struggling because I feel this internally. I know this is true internally, but when I look at my external reality, it's almost nothing here to show me that this is true. And for some time, I need to exist in these murky waters in which I have to doubt myself and continue to remain faithful to what I feel inside, even though nothing shows me this in the outside. Nothing shows me that this is true and that this new vision has been set into motion indeed. And we have been indeed ransomed. Like some really, really, really high powers in existence, they have done efforts which they feel unspeakable. They like the effort it took for us to receive this chance is unspeakable, unimaginable. What some forces in existence had to do, and had to do this spiritual gymnastics of sorts to pull this one off for us. This has been a work at the highest of levels. We don't even comprehend what this truly means. This chance that we have been given, what this truly meant for, let's say, our mother and father in heaven. So I risk sounding like one of these individuals with a positive thinking, but man, this is what I feel. deeply within my core, within my heart. I feel this with my entire being. I feel that there are some true spirits here in human form, and these spirits which are here in human form, they are far from being moron, they are far from being stupid. We would have never came here and live an experience which would have been just coming here to experience permanent torture, which this reality is permanent torture. For the true spirit, this reality is torture. Even if it has pleasures in it, even if it has the so-called good and bad in it, from the perspective of spirit, this reality in its entirety, with all of its pleasures, it's torture. These spirits are far from being, again, sadomasochists at all. And I know that us as true spirits, if we are here in this reality and this reality is currently torture, I know there is a purpose. I can feel it within myself. I know that we knew what we were doing when we came. I know this. And it's only gonna happen. That's the thing that I feel. It's only gonna happen through us, with us, through our actions. We are here to basically do this. It's us. We have to do it ourselves, with our own hands. We have to unfold this new vision ourselves. There's zero saviors coming to save us. We only have each other. Literally, we only have each other in this place. Because the mother, the father, they are in heaven. Like the spirit and those ones, they are not here. They are with us, they are guiding us, but they are not here physically. We are the only ones which we are here physically. And this is why we have to come together and be here together in this work. And I'm telling you, 99.999 of the other human beings, they are either asleep to their spirit or completely, let's say, they have a different spirit. They have spirit probably, but a different spirit. It's not the spirit that I'm speaking about right now, which is here to work, to bring the entire earth to a new vision. So I believe that this new vision has been given as a chance for us, the true spirits which are here in these human bodies, to work at and actualize here. We've been granted the keys to the kingdom of heaven, basically, literally. We've been granted the opportunity to start building the kingdom. And it's in our hands right now. It's in our hands. Nothing in this world is gonna do it. There is zero saviors coming. This reality is not improving by itself, and the devil is not here to help us either. It's only us that we have to do it, through the power of our spirit within. So, are you up for this? This is the question. Are you up for this? Are you allowing your heart to melt the ice that has been built around it? Are you allowing the sacred fire within you to burn once again, to melt all the ice so it can revive you, so you can start joining this powerful force that exists in reality right now, this spirit, to join as spirit, the spirit that is here to create this true vision of Earth? That's the question. Are you allowing your ice to melt? Because this is the moment where we are in right now. Um, to conclude, I feel in my core that even though nothing shows me in the physical reality right now, there is almost no clue that there is a possibility to have this original vision of spirit manifested as a true concrete physical reality, as it was always supposed to be. The original vision manifested the kingdom of heaven, manifested on earth, the true earth, basically. Even if nothing is showing me that this is possible, and the entire world right now seems like just the Titanic has sunk and is just going deeper and deeper into destruction. Or if I look, the other alternative is just the almost mindless new age-ish type of positive thinking, which that's also like a dead end. Nothing shows me in this reality that what I feel in my heart. Nothing. So, but I do feel in my heart that this is the truth. And it's almost unbelievable even for me to think that this is not wishful thinking, you know, because it feels so powerful within me, but my mind is like, it doesn't see any sign outside of me. So it's like, even my mind, of course, it's just constantly, I'm struggling with doubt, because it's like when you only have a truth that exists within you, but you don't see it outside, of course you might ask yourself in all sanity that, well, what if I'm kidding myself? You know, what if I'm just, this is just wishful thinking? What if I'm making this stuff up because, you know, I can't accept that the earth is dying and everything is dying? So of course there is doubt. It's always constant doubt. But this is why I felt to make this recording, because, you know, at the end of the day, let's say, I think it's a matter of choice, man. I think we can always choose to doubt what we feel as truth within us, or we can choose to just believe and offer it faith. There's nothing here in this reality that is ever going to be here to convince me of the truth that I feel within me. Actually, I know already that this reality is run by the devil. And the devil, its main purpose is to try to convince me that there's no such thing as spirit, that I'm insane of believing in this true vision of earth and true version of earth, and that there's nothing that I can do in any way, that I don't have any power. This is what the devil is constantly trying to convince me by external means and internal means as well. So I know that if I go into doubt, I will always doubt. There is never gonna be anything that is going to create the proofs that I need to believe in my spirit, unless I decide to trust in my spirit, to trust in the truth that I feel within my heart, almost blindly. Yeah. And I feel that this is the true original form of faith. You know, when in religion they say that, oh, you just need to believe in God and that's it. That's a sort of like distorted concept. But the original form of faith is just believing in one's heart, believing in the truth that one feels in one's heart, when nothing is here in the physical reality to ever hint at that's even possible. That's the true original form of faith, in my opinion. And I decide to become, let's say, a believer of this inner truth. I choose the truth within my heart to be my religion. And I choose to give it my entire faith. So, if I live and breathe here as spirit in this body, I made the choice that I am trusting my spirit. I'm going with my spirit. I'm going with what I feel within myself, even if nothing shows me that what I feel within has any validity, I'm choosing to trust in this vision of spirit. I'm choosing to trust in the original vision for Earth. I'm choosing to know, basically, that this is possible. And do what I can each day. Try to act as faithfully as I can each day in accordance with my spirit within. And just act correctly and see, let spirit and let life itself show the validity of what I feel inside. I'm just minding my own business in a way, and my own business here is to act correctly from spirit. I'm just acting correctly, I'm walking the straight, let's say, tightrope walk. I don't look left, I don't look right. I'm just walking in front, each step, putting a step, each step in front of another step. I'm just mindful of the step that I'm in, mindful of the next step that I have to do, and I'm doing that one. I'm far from looking in the future, I'm far from looking in the past. I'm far from entertaining desires, I'm far from having expectations, and I'm trying my best to summon the courage to act without fear and do what's right. I step on what's right, being the will of my spirit, and I walk in front, step by step. I put a step in front of each step, a step in front of each step, a step in front of each step each day. And I allow life and the intelligence of spirit to show if my steps, if my work, if my effort, everything that I've put into this has had validity or not. And this is the ultimate form of faith and trust, and at the same time, power and knowing. This is ultimate power. To walk like a fool on the journey of spirit, because this is the Fool card in the tarot deck, which has no number. It's everywhere and nowhere, and it's always correct. The Fool always takes the correct step, even though that step might only appear for the mind like a step out of a cliff, a step in thin air. The Fool knows exactly that once it steps in thin air, a ladder will be created before its feet. This is how us as true spirits, we walk this walk, and we actualize this true vision of Earth. Just doing what's right when nothing shows us that that thing is what's right. We still do it because there is here the spirit within us, which we've given our entire faith to, and we listen to entirely.